Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about my experience at the hair salon, first salon visit since all of this madness that's been going on in the world. But what I do want to start by saying is today when I was actually on my way to my salon appointment, I was flipping through my phone at the news and I saw that Lady Red Couture had passed away. And she was an icon in the LGBT community. She was part of the show Hey Queen with Johnny McGovern and also their side show Look at Her. If you don't know who I'm talking about, please Google her. She was a bright light in this dark world that we live in, and she will be missed. And my condolences go out to her, her family, all of her colleagues, especially Johnny McGovern. Having said that, it was very sad for me. I felt very sad because she was so much fun to watch and so funny. I went into the salon a little like, can it get worse? Like, everything's so miserable now. And it's like, really? Her you have to take? There's a lot of people that could have gone instead of Lady Red. I'm sorry to say that, but it's true. Anyway, on that note, so I got the haircut. I went to an Aveda, I don't know how you pronounce it. Again, I didn't do my homework. But I went to an Aveda Salon out here, and the only reason I went to the salon is because most of the salons over here honestly look a little sketchy. A little bit. And I've had a lot of experiences with bad haircuts, and I just did not want to take a chance. So I said, let me just go to some place that's known for hair and, you know, shoot my shot. Let's see what happens. So I went, I made an appointment with a stylist named Hideko, who was very nice. But I wanted to talk to you guys about the whole process, because I know there's some people who may still be very afraid to go to a salon. I was certainly nervous. I certainly didn't get everything I wanted done, and I'll explain why. But I was certainly nervous to go. So if anybody out there is afraid to go to the salon because of what's going on in the world, I get it. I get it. I thought it was a little crazy that people were like flipping out. They couldn't get their hair cut. I was like, really? There's more important things in the world going on right now. But once the salons opened up, I felt like, okay, if they have proper things in place to keep people safe and they're sanitizing, then I would feel okay. So I went into it today with the idea that if I didn't like the way things looked, I wasn't going to stay, and I certainly wasn't going to get my hair done. Anyway, so when I got there, the door was locked, and they had one client in the shop. You could see through the glass window, and on the door was a note for you to call to be allowed entry. So I was like, okay, they're keeping it pretty serious, and they're not letting people walk in off the street. So I was like, okay, I'm satisfied with that, because at least they're controlling access to the space. So I was happy with that. When I got inside, well, first I'll tell you how I got inside. The young lady at the front register, she came to the door, and she saw I was getting ready to call. It says call for entry. She saw I was getting ready to call, so she opens the door for me. She asked who I was. I told her I was there for 9 o'clock, and she says, well, I'm really not letting anybody in right now, because I was like 10 minutes early. And I know that everything I read said don't show up early, because it's very strict now, and I was super early, so I was like, I'll wait till the last 10 minutes, whatever. And she was like, you know what, you can come in, because they have a process where they collect your information for email or whatever. And we walked over to her register area, which there was no one else around. It was just her and I. And she was completely behind plexiglass. The whole thing was protected. Everything. Like, you couldn't breathe on her if you wanted to. She was wearing a mask. And she collected my information, and then she went and notified my stylist that I had arrived for treatment. When she returned, she explained to me that what I wanted to get done that day, I could not get done. So what I intended to do today was I wanted to cut my hair, and I wanted to have my hair bleached in strips, kind of messy, I guess. And I wanted to dye my hair teal in in areas, not the whole thing. But I had a lot of growth. I had a lot of grays. I had my natural color. I had coloring. So it's a corrective process. It takes a while. And she said something like that would leave me in the salon for up to 3 hours, and they're just not allowing that right now. So I was fine with it, and I said, you know what? I don't want to be here longer than I need to be. I'm a little nervous even being here, honestly. So let's do what's easy. Dye it and cut it. And dye it one color and cut it. Let's keep it easy. And she said, that'll work. And I said, please don't forget I need to get my eyebrows done because my husband will not stop for me to get my eyebrows done in the mall. He just feels like it's a disaster waiting to happen. You know, even though they may be wearing masks, he's just like, you know, you don't know if they're sanitizing. I get it. You know, you see a lot of crazy things out there. People not sanitizing, people not wearing masks. So it makes me, you know, I have to listen to him in certain aspects. Sometimes he's nuts, but in that he's right. Don't tell him I said that. Anyway, so now my stylist comes out and she greets me. No shaking hands. That's a no-no now. And she brings me to the station. She's going to do my hair. And she drapes one of the little smock thingies, the long dress smocks that they put on you. Smocks, whatever they call them. And she drapes it over the chair. And says, you know, I need you to sit on top of this. And I said, no problem. And I sat on that. And she assured me that her whole entire station had been sanitized so that I could take off my glasses and put them down. My purse or any other things that I needed to put down, I could safely do so because the station had been sanitized. She then requested that I take off my mask, and she provided me with a blue, like a hospital mask. And I told her, no, you know, I have my own mask. And I went in with a cloth mask. And she said, no, the only reason that we're requesting that you change your mask is because you're having color done. We don't want your mask strings to get dye on them. And then once we rinse out the color, you're going to get a little wet. And we prefer that it be a disposable mask so nothing gets damaged. Because, you know, normally when you get your hair done, you take off your glasses, you don't have anything behind your ears that can get wet. So she moved away from me a distance, and I quickly tilted my head down, popped my mask off, popped the mask back on, sat up. So I don't want to make her uncomfortable or anybody else in the vicinity. And as far as the vicinity goes, there really wasn't anybody near me because there's a station where I was at, an empty station, another station, there was no one. And then the stations behind us, there was another customer in the store, but she was all the way by the window. So we were kind of like 2 stations away from each other, and it was okay. I was satisfied with that. I was like, this is great. There's no crowding. The staff is not crowding. Everybody was observing social distancing and keeping things very clean. Once I was in the chair, she explained to me again about the process of wanting bleach and how long it takes, and not wanting to keep people in the salon longer than necessary. And I said, listen, I completely understand. This can be a little nerve-wracking for people. And I don't need to look like a beauty queen. I just want my hair to be the same color and cut it because it was just really becoming too much for me. I mean, honestly, at my age, for me, the hair that long, it just doesn't suit me anymore. And honestly, it only ever got that long because I was just lazy. And then all of this craziness started, and then it was just really not an option. At one point, I considered cutting it myself, and I was like, this is not high school. Don't do it. So, again, she was very nice. One thing I was very surprised about was that we spoke the whole entire visit. And I had read some articles about prepping for a salon visit, and that you should minimize your conversation because some of the stylists feel uncomfortable talking because of wearing the mask, and they have to wear it for the entire shift. But my stylist was very verbal and funny, and we had great conversations, and we talked about women's hair and how it's been linked to the ideology that, you know, hair is feminine and beautiful. And that's how a lot of men measure women's beauty, by their hair. And we were talking about how it's total bullshit, and how women should be empowered to shave their heads if they want to. And honestly, I almost kept the length and shaved the sides. I thought about doing that. But then I thought about what it would look like when it started to grow out. And I was like, I really don't want a mullet. And that's what it would look like. And I talked to the stylist about that. And she said, oh, yeah, you could definitely do it. but it is going to be a rough grow out. And she was like, and honestly, most people cut it all the way down to a pixie so that you get even growth coming back. And I was like, I don't have the face for a pixie. And even if I lost weight, I kind of never really did have the face for that. But I did get an undercut. I don't know if you can see the back of my hair. I will pop around a little bit. The back of my hair is nice and short. So now that I can tolerate heat. Right now, the hair is not the way I wanted it to look, because usually you go to the salon and after they wash it, they blow it out beautifully with the products and a little bit of flat iron, and you get that beautiful silky straight hair. I left with my hair wet because they're not allowed to blow dry right now. They have to minimize the air circulation in the salon, and because of that, I could not get my hair blown dry. I hate leaving the salon with wet hair, but I understood why I had to do that. But it's like half a job. But at the same time, to be fair, when I got my when I looked at the bill, I saw that she had taken money off in certain areas, and I think it's because they're not doing the full job. You're not getting the blowout, so you shouldn't be paying full price if you're not getting what you normally would get walking out the salon. Regarding the bill, actually, I'm not going to tell you how much I paid. You can Google that information yourself. But I will say what I thought was pretty cool is that they use this app, Pocket Salon, and it's pretty cool. They have you download it right there in the store because they don't use cash, at least not in this salon. And what they would like for you to do is download the app. And when you download the app, it automatically will link you to the salon that you're in. It's pretty cool. You make your little account. And as soon as you are officially logged in, it automatically shows you what you told them you wanted when you made your appointment. So as soon as I logged in, I saw a haircut with Hideko, brows with Hideko, color with Hideko. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And it had the prices for each of the services that she was going to provide for me and my total. And it also gives you the option to add product. So instead of having to wait till you get to the register to figure out what you want to buy, if you're familiar with the products, you can say, well, I want this product that you just used on me, pop it on and pay for it. You could basically walk right out the door because you could pay for everything sitting in the chair. I really like that a lot. Because, God, after you've been sitting in a chair for so long in any salon, you just want to go. And then to have to wait at the register, they're on the phone, they're dealing with other customers, and it's always a little bit frustrating for me. I have no patience. I really don't. So I like that aspect of it, the little app, Pocket Salon. I thought that was pretty cool. Check it out and see if your salon uses that software. I thought it was pretty cool. But we got the hair done. She did the hair dye. We did the undercut first, and she was very, she knew her craft. She knew all the right questions to ask. I showed her some pictures. She made sure that I was happy with how high things were. I like that. I don't like when a stylist is just snipping away, and you don't know what the hell they're doing. I mean, I went one time and got a really bad haircut because I told her I wanted my hair, like a lob. And I wasn't paying attention, and she was talking to her colleague, and she snipping away, and I left with the whole back of my head layered, and I didn't want that. I didn't want that at all, and it was terrible. So this time I was very happy to meet a stylist who, she asked all the right questions and didn't start cutting until she was certain that she knew what I wanted. I told her, just dye it black. Let's do what's easy. Get rid of all the grays, because it was terrible. But because I couldn't blow out my hair, you see a lot of my wave. Now, I did pass a flat iron in it very quickly just to get a little of the poof down, because it was, I have wavy hair, slightly wavy hair. I have thick hair and slightly wavy hair. So it was like a little poofy. You still see, it's not straight. It's starting to frizz a little bit. I don't know what the hell the product is. I should have brought it in the room. I did not. But anyway, the experience was with the hair was not too bad. She dyed the hair. After the dye was in, she left me alone for 30 minutes. She said, I'll be back. I was on my phone. They provided me with the little slip-on thingies for my glasses so that I could wear my glasses the whole time I was there, with the exception of, the application. I like that too. Something as simple as a plastic sleeve for the side of my glasses. it changes your experience when you wear glasses, because nothing is worse than being somewhere and you have to take your glasses off and you cannot see. Like, I can't see. And I'm getting the contact lenses. I went for my appointment on Friday. That's another story. I mean, long story short, I had to order my contacts for them to be mailed to my house. Now, that is never in the history of contacts for me. That's never happened. I go to any store and they always have my contacts. I have very bad vision, but they always have my contacts. Every time I've ever gone for a contact lens examination, they always have my contacts in the samples that they give, and I always leave with a sample pair, and then I go to the counter, whether it be BJ's, Costco, or any independent contractor. I would always be able to get my contacts and physically go home with them. This is the first time that not only did I not get my sample, I didn't get my sample pair, which is part of the exam, so I felt a little cheated. I went to BJ's. But they didn't have my contacts either. And she explained to me, oh, you have a special prescription. I'm like, what? I have a special, it's the same damn prescription I've always had, slightly tweaked. So I just didn't get it. I was like, whatever. All right. So I ordered them. I paid for the damn contacts. I got to wait for them. She gave me an estimate of 2 weeks. She said it's probably not going to be that long, but I was really, really kind of annoyed when I left because I want to be able to do makeup on camera. And honestly, until I have my contacts, I just can't, because it doesn't look good. I mean, I did a video taking off my glasses and doing my makeup, and it was awful. It was awful. The camera was so close. It was just, it didn't flow for me. It didn't feel natural. It felt very uncomfortable because everything didn't look right. I had to keep moving into the mirror. It was just, it's not a good look when you can't see. So when I get them, you'll know. So anyway, I digress. So do the dye. We get the dye done. She comes over and said, you're done with the dye. Let's rinse it. She gets me over. She puts on these special glasses that they require the staff to wear when they're doing any shampoo or anything. She still had her mask on the entire time, and she rinsed all my hair, washed it, conditioned it, squeezed towel dried, and then, you know, she brushed it out so I could see where things were. Things feel, I think, a little uneven, honestly. And this is the problem when you don't get your hair done all the way, right? So I feel like my right side is longer. I don't feel like, I think it absolutely is. I could live with that. I don't care. I'm going to be talking behind my ears probably most of the time, so I could look like a mushroom. That's the new chic look. Chubby mushroom. But no, so she says, okay, we got it done. You know, we can't blow it out. She explains again, yeah, I know, you can't blow it. And she goes, let's go do the brows. So she gets those special glasses again, and she takes me to do the brows. And I wanted to do my upper lip. I hadn't told her that because I had told them previously I wanted to get the eyebrow done. And I said, oh, you know, I'll ask about the lip when I get there. I didn't even need to ask about the lip because she basically let me know as soon as we got to the waxing area that the only thing they were allowed to do on the face was really the eyebrows, because they are not allowed to do anything where you must remove your mask. I understand that. I get it. I get it. And I asked her, oh, I thought that the state of Pennsylvania was like open. And I thought because everything was open, they could go back to fully servicing the customers. And she said that the owner of their salon is very cautious, and he wants to make sure that everybody is safe, customers and staff alike. And I appreciate that. He doesn't want any sickness being traced back to his salon. And I get it. I respect that. So I got the brows done, and I was pretty much in and out. And what I really liked is when I signed in, when I checked in, the register, the front woman, I hate when I can't, you know, at my age, words like float away into the ether. I don't know what they call them. The hostess. I don't know what the hell they call them. You know, I don't usually go to bougie salons. But she was very nice, and she told me, I got there, like I said, 10 to 9. And she said, oh, you should be done by 11 o'clock. I said, okay, that's pretty good estimate. And I was out the door at 11 o'clock. Done, eyebrows, dye, everything, except the blow dry. I was a little annoyed though when I left the whole back of my neck was full of hair from the clippings from when we shaved, and that should have been cleaned away, but whatever. I digress. So that was good. I like that. And I would recommend that if you're nervous, you know, pick the right place. Pick a place that's taking the precautions. I wouldn't go to any place that doesn't have a website. I don't know. That's like kind of a rule of thumb for me. Like, I need to be able to see what you do, how much your services are, who works there, what the place looks like. Yeah, unless you personally know the hairstylist, like you know them and you know their work, and you know they're going to be cleaning, then I wouldn't take a chance. I definitely would not take a chance. I did want to show you guys something. I got this the other day, and I'm going to be doing a video with it as soon as the contacts come. But I thought this was so cute, and I don't know why. It reminded me, I know it's not a dupe for, but it reminded me of the Melt Cosmetics 420 palette in that with the colors and stuff, but not exactly, but I feel like this is their bootleg version of it. But I thought this was so cute. This is by Hard Candy. I was in Walmart the other day looking for air conditioning because it is hot in here. And we cannot put central air in our house. Well, we can. We had central air in our last house when we lived on Long Island. And we moved out here to Pennsylvania. We have a house with cathedral ceilings. And a house with cathedral ceilings, it's useless to put a central air system because the hot air will never come all the way down. So they explained to us that we could put central air only on the upper floors, which is where I am right now. But they wanted 20 grand. That would basically provide AC for 4 rooms in a big house. So we're probably not going to do that. Not to mention the mess that it would make because they have to make holes from the attic. It's a whole big thing. So needless to say, I was looking for air conditioner, a small one, to put in the window here so that way I don't melt when I'm in the room. Don't come for me with my canceled mirror. I paid for this. I'm going to use it. Even after he's long canceled and gone and doesn't even make makeup anymore, I'll still be using this mirror. It was $25. I'm going to use it. So I did want to say that last video, when National Lipstick Day, when I was editing the video, I realized that I swatched all those lipsticks and didn't put one on. And I said in my video that I would. And as I was editing it, I said, how the hell did I just make that whole video and I didn't put on one damn lipstick? Not even my favorite. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to put on the lipstick today. Even though I don't have on any foundation, I am getting whiteheads and all kinds of nastiness happening on my face because of wearing a mask. And I said to hubby that I think that we need to start walking around with beauty wipes. And this is why I think we need to do that. When I take off my mask or when I'm wearing it, this whole area is sweating. Disgusting. It's hot, it's humid, it's summer. It is the worst time to be wearing. If you're hearing like weird sounds, it's not coming from my butt. It's my foot sliding on the stupid chair. I swear to God. I think about the sounds that these chairs make and I'm like, Lord. So yeah, no makeup. Not once did I think to put on lipstick the whole time. I'm editing the video and I was like, what a dumbass. You do a video about National Lipstick Day. You swatch all your favorites and you don't even put one on your lips. And then I talk about how much I love makeup. And every time I come on here, I don't have any on. Or I have on very little. This lip liner, by the way, I got this in one of the BoxyCharms. And I love it. It is from, I don't even know what this is. Beauty Vault. Didn't I talk about that? I talked about that once before when companies do weird script. I don't know what that is, even up close. Is that a B and a U? I don't know. Stop making things like that. I don't know what that's supposed to say. But it's Beauty Vault. And it was a pack of 3. It came in one of my BoxyCharms last month, month before. I don't know. It couldn't have been last month because last month was awful. So this definitely didn't come in last month's BoxyCharm. I hated last month's BoxyCharm. And I have to tell you, BoxyCharm better redeem itself this month. Because if it doesn't, it's getting the axe. It's getting the axe. Because it's money that I could be spending on another a subscription box. Something that I really like and can have fun with makeup. Instead of all the crap that they've been sending me. So this is my favorite Cruella from ColourPop. And I love, love, love this color. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I was recently having a conversation with my cousin Inez about makeup. And she watched one of my videos because my family, they're awesome. And they're supporting me in this YouTube endeavor. And we were talking about red lipstick. And she was talking about how she thinks she can't wear red lipstick because with aging, our lips are thinning. Our top lips, anyway, from loss of collagen. And she feels like she just can't wear it anymore. And you can wear it. You just got to know what to do. My lip's thinning. It's why I don't like to position myself like this. Because if I position myself like this, my top lip disappears and it looks like I only have a bottom lip. So I have to be mindful. And my mouth turns down. So I definitely want to be mindful of how I hold my face in front of a camera because this is not a good look. It looks like I have no lip. And I want to be looking like I'm talking with a bottom lip only. But yeah, I love this color. So I have a lot of plans, things I want to do, but I can't do them until I get the contact lenses. So I will say that I was really disappointed with my experience in BJ's because usually they're pretty on point and they have the samples available and the contacts available. And what really troubled me, and this is just like a sign of the times, was that the doctor said, oh, you know, I'm going to give you the samples so that you can leave today with your contacts in, even if we don't have them in the store, you'll at least have a pair to hold you over. What really troubled me was that every single pair of samples that they had in his office was expired. Every pair. And I'm like, how does that happen when I know people are coming? Did they not know that? I know people are going to BJ's Optical for appointments because I had to wait 2 weeks to see the damn doctor. So I know they're busy. And most of the opticians out here in our neighborhood were busy till the end of August. They weren't booking appointments. So I know people are going. So how do you not know that your samples were all expired? That tells me that you've been giving expired product out to your patients. And that really bothers me because my eyes are a precious commodity. Without them, I can do nothing. I can't do makeup when I take off my damn glasses. These are an extension of me, and without them, I can do very little. So I was just like, ugh, it might be time for me to look into seriously getting the LASIK surgery because as much as I like my glasses and I get like trendy glasses, and these are like a limited edition Alexander McQueen, and I love big glasses and anything dramatic, that kind of freaked me out. I was like, oh God, expired product? I don't want to be using expired stuff. And no, that just upset me. I was like, this is a place that's busy, busy, busy. And I know they probably gave stuff out that was expired to people. So beware when you go out and they give you sample contacts, ask if they're expired. Because I didn't ask. It just so happened that the doctor asked his staff. And she was like, oh, yeah, they are expired. What? Anyway, so I think that's it. I wanted everybody to feel comfortable to go to the salon and get your hair done. My hair is so shiny right now. I have to tell you, next time, if I remember, I will tag below. If I remember, I don't even know how to do that stuff. I'm learning. But I'll tag below the name of the stuff she used in my hair. I actually bought it. It's like a glossing something. It protects with heat and things like that. I'll let you know below what that was. I'll tag the salon below because I really had a nice experience there, and I feel like no one should be afraid to go get their hair done. Just don't expect to go do anything complicated like balayage and all that stuff. And if they're willing to do that stuff, it tells me that they're kind of not taking your safety very seriously, because I do like the way they explained it. The longer you're in the salon, the greater chance that you will be exposed to something. So they're trying to minimize risk for their customers, and I appreciate that. So thanks guys for watching. I have never said, I think, my name. My name is Monica Pinto, and I'm a fan of many things, not just makeup. I don't want to limit myself to just makeup because there are a great many things I'd like to talk about with you guys. But for now, makeup, because it's my obsession. It really is. People don't believe it because I hardly ever wear it. Because when it's hot, I don't like to wear makeup. I really just don't. But if I get the AC, we're going full clown up in this bitch. But thank you for watching. And hopefully soon, the eyes will be ready to show you what I got. See you soon.